So the topic I've chosen for my video is actually AI. There's no getting around it. Artificial intelligence is no longer something that you just see in sci-fi films. It's here, it's not really going anywhere anytime soon, in fact it's going to get bigger. The question is, how do we make sure that it's being used ethically as this technology gets smarter and more advanced? So we're going to look at a brief history, we're going to do some pros and cons, and then hopefully we can troubleshoot and safeguard ourselves from the possible futures we see in sci-fi movies. So the first appearance of AI as even like a concept was actually in 1950 by an Alan Turing, who was a famous mathematician and computer scientist, and he asked the question, can machines think? Which is kind of where we set off. He would then create something called the Turing test, which back then was just kind of a loose concept because the technology to create a robot was way further down the line. So the Turing test would take 2 humans and 1 AI and have them only communicate through text. One of the humans and the AI would answer the same question, right? And the other human that was stationed in a different room would try and decipher which response came from the human and which response came from the AI. The AI's goal obviously being to try and fool the human into thinking that the response was human. Further down the line, with the idea of AI now sitting in people's heads, a science fiction writer by the name of Isaac Asimov would write a book called I, Robot, which obviously later would be turned into a film. But he, in this book, would for the first time explore the 3 laws of robotics, helping people to start thinking about the repercussions of, hey, what could happen if machines could think? Not just, hey, can machines think? And in 1997, IBM would challenge Garry Kasparov, one of the world's top leading chess players of the time, to a game of chess with their AI, Deep Blue. Kasparov would lose to the AI, bringing up the idea of, oh, wait, hey, AI could actually genuinely challenge people in real-world tasks or games. Moving forward to 2003, a Geoffrey Hinton would do very important research on neural networks that would push AI further. He was a cognitive psychologist and computer scientist. Though what really sparks me as a major cause for alarm concerning AI is that Hinton actually left his job in 2003 warning about AI, saying that we really need to take AI's power seriously. And really, who would know better than someone who helped create it for one of the biggest companies in the world? And of course, in 2022, we would see the emergence of everybody's favorite, ChatGPT. Suddenly, AI could hold a real conversation with you, it could answer difficult questions, as well as many other things. This time, AI had actually arrived, I would say. Today, as it's advanced, our concerns have only increased. We're no longer limited to worrying about us turning into movies like I, Robot or Terminator, but the real-life repercussions have kind of surfaced, and they're starting to feel a little bit more real. With things like deepfakes no longer being science fiction, I think it's really time to start worrying about where this could lead. AI is obviously getting better at what it does, and I think it's really time to start asking ourselves, how long do we really have before something really goes south with it? But of course, AI isn't all bad. It's proven itself to be a very useful tool, usually appealing to big businesses who are looking to decrease labor costs and increase productivity. Currently, AI is trying to find its way in the world of art, creating music, generating images. As of right now, not very well, but obviously AI has shown itself to be something that grows, and artists are reasonably worried, which is why I think it's vital that we start regulating AI before it becomes more than just a useful tool, and more that it's consuming entire career fields. The thing is, AI can't really think or really feel. It can only recognize patterns and repeat them. And, for example, the arts. Art is something that is meant to connect with you, and whether it's like a show you like, or your favorite movie, or a book you like, or your favorite song, it's something that connects with you in only a way that a human can. If AI were to take over the arts, nothing new would ever truly be made again. It would just continue to cycle through until things become stale. So, I think it's pretty clear we need to find a way to get a handle on this before it gets out of control. One way we could do this could be to establish an international agency for AI that would kind of like monitor its development. Ideally, it should be global, non-profit, and neutral. A program that would make sure that it stays a tool that benefits society. We could also regulate its professional use by creating an entirely new file format to put it under that would be exclusive to and embedded on only AI works. I think it's pretty clear just by this whole video is my stance on this. I'm not a fan. I'm an artist myself. Obviously, I don't want my career field to disappear on me. I would love to have a job in the future. But I can also understand how useful it is as a tool. and that it's not really going to go away, so we got to learn to live with it. And all, AI is a tool, and the future of AI could be bright, but to have that kind of outcome, I think it's important that we act now while it's still growing and get it regulated.